Okay, first things first, we're going to go to MailChimp. Now, I already have a MailChimp account, uh, so I'm going to start us from the point of having that. Okay, so let me log in. I'm going to go to an old one that I don't really use a lot anymore, and we will. Let's see, okay, we'll go here. No, actually, let's go. So go ahead and sign in. You'll have to put the proper information in to get to this level. It's not much. They just want your name, email address. They may want a website, but I think they moved that down so you can put your Facebook page or something in there now. Okay, so let's get started. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to find which particular audience we're going to deal with. So audience dashboard. So manage audience. Which one are we on? We're on master. Okay, this is the one. We'll use this one. Master mentor list. This is my audience. Okay. Now, when you start with the free version, they're only going to give you one audience. This is me being grandfathered in over the years before they sold it and all that good stuff. So this one, it doesn't have anybody in it. You can see here, it gives you how many people. What you'll need to do is tag these people so that you can tell where you got them from. Let's just use that we're going to some type of convention as our example today. Okay. All right. Or you just meet somebody on the street. All right. And they want to get a haircut and they're like, hey, that's a nice looking haircut you got there. Oh, well, I'm a barber. Oh, yeah. You got any cars on you? What does the average barber do? Cosmetologist too, for that matter. Start patting their pockets. Guess what? There's nothing in that pocket. They knew it wasn't a card in there when they started patting it, okay? And at this point in time and day and time, who's going to really want a physical card anyway with COVID and monkeypox and whatever other pox you got going on out here, right? So this is even better for that, okay? So we're going to go to our list. We're going to go right here to the, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the fifth one down, sign up forms. We're going to click on that. Once we click on that, right here, the top one, form builder, where we're going to go to, select that. Okay. Now we're in form builder. Now, let me kind of give you a little breakdown of what's going on here. Okay, form builder is, we're building a form for the master mentor list. This is one that I had that didn't have anybody into it. So we're going to use that. All right. And the form, what it does is people sign up with this form. And once they sign up, now they're on your database information. They're on your email list. Okay. So what does this do for you? Well, it allows you to send out a newsletter once or twice a month. It allows you to let them know when sales are going on. It allows you, let's say, for example, as a barber, I send one of these out, send out something weekly, because people often forget to get their haircut appointments and that type of thing. Something to spark their memory, okay, is a good tool for those types of things. And I'll go deeper into depth with that, a little later, but those are just some examples. So what we're going to do is build what we call opt-in now, okay? So now here you see you got build it, design it, translate it. Now, if you go to, we're at build it now. Now, build it is where you put all these categories in here at, okay? So let me explain something to you. First things first, let's put, okay, let's just change this up. Now, as you can see, you can't see anything there. That's because the text is white. So I had to go and highlight it for me to see it. Now, if I had a lighter version of the back, I could make it black or something dark, for example. Let me give you that. Okay, so right here is your font color. I'm gonna make the font dark now. Okay, boom, now the font is dark. I can also go in if I want to design it and change the color by clicking on design it. And let's say we do a little gray there so you can see it. Okay, it's a little too basic for me, but that's just showing you how you can move those, manipulate those things. Okay, here, oftentimes I'll put, this one just says welcome to the list, but you can explain to them why you want them on the list. I wouldn't go too deep, but you can add a little verbiage in here so that they can understand what they're getting themselves into. Sign up for our email list. We're glad to have you. We won't spam you. We'll send out an email once or twice a month, something like that. Okay. Now, next, right here. Okay, that is your email address. That's what this whole thing is about. And it's automatically going to be a required field here. Okay. Next, now you can do first and last name together. I suggest that you do first name separate, last name separate. That way, if you export it out into when you export it out into a CSV file, you can load this up into, let's say, your Google messages, for example, or let's say, for example, your appointment app. You can load your names in. You don't have to hand do that. You can just export them from there. So it's good in that way as well. Okay. And then last name, and then we're going to do the phone number. Now, when you're doing the phone number, let me go over here and show you a little something. Okay. Now notice phone format. And you could change this. You could put, like I used to have on one of them, I put optional, if I could get that in there. Okay. Hold on. I'm sorry. It's a tag field. Oops. Pardon me. Right here, optional. You can actually do this, or you can take it out. I had the wrong field there. So field label is this right here, as you can tell, because I'm going to change that now. So it'll take that out when I save it. It'll just say phone. All right. This is the main thing right here under format. It has international and it has United States, I guess. You can click here and it'll make it required. Unclick it to make it an optional thing, and then save field. And then when you see save field, notice it took the optional off because I took it up there. So you do have to click to save it to lock everything in. Okay. Now I prefer a different color. Oh, let me show you something else too. Now, let's say you got a logo. Now up here, back up here, now I could put an image up here. This is where I put my images at. Let me just find something. Okay, I'll just put Barber Boot Camp up here. Okay, it'll let you know how big or small you want to do it. 1,000 square feet above, that's too daggone high. So let's go with just 800. Okay, once you do 800, it'll automatically change the height. Insert and save. Boom, now you got that here. So now we put the logo here. You can shrink this down to even more. You don't have to leave it there. And you have the pertinent information that you will need. Email address, first name, last name, and phone number, and click sign up. And this is how you get your opt-ins, okay? So now, give you two ways to do this. Let's say you're out. Let me give you a scenario again. You're out, somebody sees your haircut and say, hey, I want to get a haircut like that. I'm a barber. I could do that for you, okay? Now, you could do one or two things. Would you like for me to email this to you, or would you like for me to text this to you? And in doing so, you could simply take this URL right here and you can text it to them, or you can email it to them. Now, what have you just done? Well, you just got the information for one, text or email. So they're in your database, but that's really more work I want to be doing. So let me show you how to smoothly do this. Okay, so now all you got to do is hit this puppy right here, that QR code. Okay, now you built that out. Come here. I would click probably medium, but let's say, for example, you're at a festival or something like that, and you want to print this thing out and then have them take it from what you've printed. Well, you can do that. You can do this right here. You can click large, okay? So now, pick your phone up, right? Pick your phone up and point that phone at the screen. Now, the web address should pop up. Click on the web address, okay? And now look, boom, you have what we just built. Once you put your information in, guess what? That person puts their information in, you now have them in your database. Your database is your business. I repeat, your database is your business when you're in the hair business, for sure, okay? Without a database, you have no business, okay?